sometimes there's been a backlash against rich candidates like Mitt Romney. Any chance of that with you, do you think?
Well, I don't think. First of all, he wasn't rich, and I don't really think there will be. And people like us a lot.
That was Donald Trump on his helicopter talking to a reporter about the idea that, you know, it's okay that he's rich and Mitt Romney wasn't that rich. And guess what? It is working for him. We have fresh evidence this morning, a brand new poll from Fox News showing him well ahead in a national poll, 25%, and Ben Carson pretty far behind him. Ted Cruz, Jeb Bush, by the way, at fourth place there. Back with our panel. Let's just start with this. Eric, I'm going to toss it to you. You work for Mitt Romney. You are very close with him saying he's not rich. I think you guys had it all wrong. You were worried about him not coming off as a regular guy. You should have done tours of his, multi-car garage with elevators in San Diego.
Well, I'll tell you, Donna, I think both Mitt and Mr. Trump would reject the comparison, but I will tell you one obvious difference, and that is Mitt Romney was the nominee of his party, and he was able to unite Tea Party conservatives, foreign policy conservatives, fiscal conservatives. It's an open question as to whether Donald Trump can do the same. But look, I understand why he's zooming in the polls. He seems to be fresh, he's new, people are frustrated, some feel hopeless. But I think an interesting thing happened after that first debate. Millions of people tuned in, and they saw that he wasn't the only outsider on the stage. And so the deck got reshuffled, people like Carly Fiorina, Ben Carson, even Ted Cruz to some extent. You don't have to be on the outside of government to be an outsider. Even he began to move up in the polls. So the challenge for Donald Trump moving forward is, how do I keep my supporters inside the tent and so that they don't drift away to some of these other candidates?
That's all true, and certainly the outsider thing is huge. But let's just stay on the money. Amanda, as a Republican, you have so many candidates, pretty much all candidates, as I was mentioning to Eric, traditionally, they want to seem like a regular person. They don't want to seem like somebody who is exceeding wealth. And that's his whole campaign. I mean, look how rich I am. I have this great helicopter. I mean, is he breaking the mold on this, or is it just kind of because he's a different kind of candidate?
He is a different kind of candidate, but I also think there's sort of an overcompensation for what happened in the 2012 election, where people were upset with Romney because he didn't kind of own his wealth and own that he was a successful businessman, and so they see Donald Trump kind of going way over the pendulum in the other direction and say, okay, maybe that's a winner this time. Maybe we just need to own this completely, and that's someone they want to support at this point in time.
But let's be clear. That's 25% of the 35% of America that may vote in a Republican primary. That's 6, 8, 9%. Listen, more people are concerned about college affordability. They want to make their house payment. They want to make sure that they're going to be able to get that next job. That's what people are concerned about in this country. And so 7 or 8 or 9% think, oh yeah, this is a reality star. He's got a lot of money. He says some really cool and weird things. I must be for him. Yeah, that's 8%. You need 50% to win this election.
I mean, 75% of Republican primary voters are still against the guy. I don't know that I'd say he's surging. This is the problem with 17 candidates in the field, is that the field gets so
I'm sure you think it's a really big problem, though.
No, look, hey, I'm out of partisan politics now, right? I'm the academic on the set, but I do think that what Donald Trump is doing is incredibly dangerous for the debate. It is incredibly dangerous. Yeah, as a partisan Democrat, I would love for him to be the Republican Party nominee, but it scares me that he could even be taken seriously as a potential president.
But I think it's interesting is the fact that Donald Trump is in the debate is forcing other people to think a little bit more creatively about a long primary season. You see candidates like Donald Trump going to Birch Run, Michigan, which is not traditional. Ted Cruz is on a Southern Street tour drawing big crowds in Oklahoma.